Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to Shake Football. Today we're going to be looking at the Man City and the Liverpool game. We're going to be breaking it down, looking at the injuries and what's the best team that Man City will go with, what's the best team Liverpool will go with, and just giving a quick predictions as well. So firstly, it's a massive game. I feel the winner of this game goes on and wins the title. It's that big of a game. I think this could probably be one of the best games of the season. For me, it's probably going to be game of the season. I can tell you now, it's going to be exciting end to end, and hopefully Liverpool comes out on top. It's going to be a tough game, but yeah, I'm really excited. So firstly, we're going to be looking at the injuries that Man City and Liverpool have. So looking at Man City, they have Man City. I think only Ruben Diaz is the main worry for Man City. Everything else, I'd say their team is okay. I don't think missing Ruben Diaz is going to be much of a big miss for them, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. They've been doing pretty well with our team this last few games. They've been coping quite well, and I think Man City, the Laporte and Stones should do a good job. Looking at Liverpool, of course, they don't have any injuries. That's really massive. No injuries. That's gonna be massive for me. And that's obviously leaves Klopp with a lot of selection headaches. Who does he start? Who does he bench? Who does he doesn't? Who does he leave out of the squad completely? And you're gonna have to wait and see tomorrow. But personally, let's have a look at what the Man City teams that I will go out with. Firstly, outside Ederson in goal, obviously Kyle Walker on the right, Joao Cancelo on the left. Two centre backs, I'll go with obviously Laporte and Stones. You can't really change anything much there in the defense. Midfield three, Rodri. He's been brilliant this season. He's been absolutely brilliant. He's been one of the best DMs I've seen this season, and he's been brilliant. He's been very underrated, and he's probably got to start, as well as Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. I think pretty straightforward. Probably City's best midfield, in my opinion. That's the midfield I think they will probably go with it. Attack, this is where it probably can get into very interesting. Personally, I'd start Foden centre forward. He gave Liverpool a lot of problems the last time we played. So Foden's gonna start for me in centre forward. On the right, I'll probably go with Real Madrid. He's been in phenomenal form. Such an underrated player. He's got about 22 goals this season, and he's just gone under the radar. And he's been so good for Man City. So Real Madrid on the right, and then on the left, I'm gonna go with Grealish. That might sound as a surprise, but I think Grealish, he'd probably, he'd relish a chance against Trent Alexander-Arnold. We know Trent isn't the best defensively, and I think having someone like Grealish coming against Trent instead of Sterling, I think Grealish could cause Liverpool a bit of problems on their right hand side. So that's the team that I will go with for Man City. For Liverpool team, we have a lot of options. Defense, when it comes to our defense, probably the same as City. I'll probably start Matip instead of Konate. That's probably the only change that you could probably make in this team. So for me, Matip and Van Dijk centre backs. Looking into our midfield, that's where it gets a bit tricky. Fabinho has to start, no question about that. He's our best midfielder, and I think he has to start. Who else now? Henderson. I have a feeling Henderson will probably start because he is our captain, and he's definitely going to start for me. And then it leaves us with one spot left. Who does Liverpool start playing in that third midfield role? You could either go, for me, there's two options, Thiago or Keita. For me personally, I think I'll go with Keita, because you're gonna be playing against a Man City team who love to dominate the ball, and you having Keita, he's a really good presser, and defensively he's quite good as well. Has the most tackles and everything. His pressing is brilliant. So I think when Liverpool don't have the ball, you have someone like Keita. He's gonna keep on putting pressure on Man City, and so for me, I'll start Keita. So I'll go with the Fabinho, Henderson, and Keita midfield. Yeah, it might sound a bit stupid to leave out Thiago because he's been in also really good form, but I think in this game I might probably just go with Keita. But we have to wait and see what Klopp does. And then looking at our attack, that's also it's a bit tricky. Could probably start. We have five really good attackers. Probably all of them has a case for them to start, and they've been in brilliant form. So for me personally, I would actually start Salah on the right, I would start Luis Diaz on the left and Firmino down the middle. I'll probably I'll bring on Jota, and I'll bring on for Sadio Mane later in the second half. You know, what's this thing? You know, more as an impact player. So I'll bring on Sadio Mane and Jota. I know even though Jota has been in really good form, but this game I think Firmino has to start. He is, for me, Liverpool's best attacker. You might not agree, but I feel he is our best attacker for Roberto Firmino, and I think he could be key in you know, he could be a key player in opening Man City's defense. You know, the way that he drops back, and you know, no attacker in the Premier League or, you know, in the world as well, I don't think any attacker can can bring the same thing that he does. I think he brings so much more, so much to this Liverpool team, and he's a vital player for us. So I really hope that he signs a new contract, because I think he's an important player in the Jurgen Klopp system. So like I said, I think Firmino is a really important player in Jurgen Klopp's system, and you know, what he brings to the Liverpool team, no one else brings it. That's what I like about him. And you know, I think that's the team that I'll probably go with. It's a pretty good team. You know, now just let me know what you guys think about that team. And we're gonna be now looking at a combined 11. You know, we're gonna combine the Liverpool team and the Man City team and look who actually gets in. So obviously this is highly debatable. You know, you can debate me on this here. You know, you could tell me this player gets in. You can tell me, but obviously if you think that a certain player should get in, back yourself up, and you know, let me know what you guys think. So firstly, goalkeeper Alisson. For me personally, he is the best goalkeeper in the world, and he's been brilliant. So underrated, because people only look at how many saves you make. That's what people think. That's you know, the more saves you make, that's you know, that makes you a good keeper. No, that does not make you a good keeper. You look at David De Gea, he's a fraud in my opinion. You know, he makes a lot of saves, but doesn't mean he's a good keeper. His all-round game is just shit. So personally, Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world. He has to be in this team. Right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold, best right back in the world. He has to get in this team as well. Left back, I'm gonna go with Cancelo. If you're basing it off this season, you know, he's been better than Robertson. Robertson does have better stats than him, but you know, you could go either way. So I'm gonna go with Cancelo. Two defenders, Ruben Diaz isn't available, so I'm gonna go with Joel Matip, and I'm gonna go with Virgil van Dijk. So you have a defense of Cancelo on the left, Van Dijk, and then you got next to him Joel Matip, and then on the right we have Trent Alexander-Arnold and goalkeeper Alisson. Midfielders, I'm gonna go with Rodri, I'm gonna go with Fabinho, and then I'm gonna play Kevin De Bruyne as a number 10. So I'm gonna be playing the 4-2-3-1, Rodri, Fabinho, and then Kevin De Bruyne as number 10. And then on the right, I'm gonna go with Mo Salah. I know he hasn't been in the best of form in his last few games, but he has to be in this team. Come on. And then left wing, I am going to go with. It's a bit tricky, this one. I could go with Mane, or I could go with Sterling. I can go with Luis Diaz, or even Diogo Jota. And I think I'm gonna go with Luis Diaz. For me, I think he's been pretty good since he's come, and you know, I think he should definitely get in this team. Striker, this is, you know, you could also, it's a bit tricky. I'm gonna go with Diogo Jota in my opinion. You know, he's been pretty good as this season, but in a top, you know, you're having De Bruyne behind him. You know, because you have De Bruyne behind him, you can definitely put a striker like Jota, and you know, he's gonna give him loads of assists and stuff like that. So this is the team that I'll go with, as you can see on the screen now. Goalkeeper Alisson, right back Trent, left back Cancelo, two centre backs Matip and Van Dijk, and then we have what's his name, Rodri and Fabinho as the two holding midfielders, Kevin De Bruyne as a 10, Salah on the right, Diaz on the left, and then we have Diogo Jota up front. Let me know what you guys think about this team. I think it's a very, very good team, and this team would probably win the quadruple easily. This team easily wins the quadruple. And manager, I'm going to go with Jurgen Klopp. I think Jurgen Klopp is a better manager than Pep Guardiola, but that's obviously a debate for another time. But for me personally, Klopp is a better manager, and I think he gets in over Guardiola. Then we're going to be looking at my predictions. This is a prediction that I'm going to be having. You know, it's just a prediction. There's no right or wrong answer to this, but I am going to go with a 2-0 Liverpool victory. I think with, you know, the way that Liverpool have been playing this last few games, 10 games now we've been playing, and we've won our games in the Premier League. we've just been brilliant. Even though we haven't been at our 100%, we've still been able to grind out our games. We've been be able to get victories out of victories and victories. That's what I liked about this Liverpool team, and I think that's what makes that's what makes a team look like champions. Even when you're not at your best, you can still grind out a game and win it, and that's what makes a good team. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. It will be highly appreciated. And yeah, also go check out my TikTok videos as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you maybe another time. I'll be making a UCR video predictions for the second leg as well soon. And yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll upload it. So yeah, guys.